What's going on, everybody? It's Crypto Winter Bowl back with another video. So today I am going to be kind of diving into this Hedron Icosa calculator. Um, this calculator has been created by our friend Crypto Sloth. He designed the calculator, so shout out to Crypto Sloth for doing this favor for the community. Um, I found it about last week, and I haven't really got time to dive in, but I have had time recently to dive into this, and it's really a good tool. So if you want this calculator, I'll post this. Here's the link to the calculator. I'll post it in the description, and all you have to do is click on the link, and then come down and make a copy, and then you can edit all the numbers and stuff like that. You can do your own inputs. um, so there's quite a few different calculators here. I'm just gonna get into a couple of them. um, some of them are a little more complex, and you have to know certain specific data to get a calculation. But I'm just going to go over some basic ones that he has here. The first one is the hex to Icosa ratio. So what this is going to do is kind of tell you the R value of where selling your HSI stake to the Icosa contract is going to be more beneficial, or if just buying it off the market is going to be the most beneficial. So here is the number of hex to make a T-share. So currently it's 8,325, just over a T-share. Um, and the current T-share rate is 24,926 as per zero point 0.7. Um, so basically, the mintable Icosa is the number of like the amount of Icosa that you would get if you were to sell your one T-share stake currently to the Icosa contract. So you get 245 uh, Icosa for that. And the R value is 33.89 hex per Icosa. So if the current market value of uh, hex to Icosa, right now it's 33.86. So basically, you're better off just giving your HSI to the Icosa contract to get the Icosa. Um, and if the market, let's say the market price was at like 28 hex per Icosa, and the the R value is this value, it would be more beneficial to just buy Icosa off of the market. So, and if it's over, and if the hex Icosa R value market price is over the R value, then it would be more beneficial to sell your HSI to get the Icosa, is how I understand it. So you can play with these numbers. You could input the current values and stuff like that, and then you just kind of look at what the market is and make your decision from there if you're looking to try to get into Icosa. So the next one we're going into. So yeah, this is a good one just to see um, kind of how much Icosa you'd get for selling your HSI to the Icosa contract over buying Icosa directly off the market. So now we'll take a look at the LP calculator. So this one is really useful if you are want to try to play with some LPs on the Hex Icosa pair. So all you do is you input the current T-share rate and then what the T-share rate will be in the future, based on the amount of time that you want to do your LP on. So 28,000 hex per T-share, that would probably get reached in maybe 6 months, 8 months. I think the T-share rate will be around 28,000. So if you were gonna do it on those metrics, you would basically set your lower band of hex to Icosa, um, at about 33, 34. You could probably go like 31 or so, and then this is gonna give your upper band, so you'll get um, the two ratios, and that'll be your trading range where you're gonna collect fees on the hex and Icosa LP pair that you create. So this is useful if you just want to get some yield. There's no real too much risk of impermanent loss, because if it starts trading outside your band, um, it'll probably get sold down and then it'll get back into your band ratio. Um, like the pairs don't really uh, last too long. Like somebody will either like buy it up really high and then immediately it gets sold down right away. So like it's a very stable pair to experiment with LPs on. Um, there is only I think there's only like 30K of liquidity right now, um, in that pair. Here I will pull it up. So yeah, there's only like 31K in liquidity. So basically, if you were gonna LP for those ratios, you would kind of probably put your lower band at like 30, 32-ish, and then your upper band would be about 42. So now you'd be collecting fees in that trading range. Um, and as you can see, like as the T-share rate ratchets up, the hex to Icosa rate ratchets up and then levels off. Now it ratcheted up again, and it's gonna level off here around like 32 to 35 ish. It'll bounce back and forth. This here, somebody just sold Icosa off like crazy, and then as you can see, it got bought back up right away within like a week. Um, so I think the liquidity on this pair will probably increase over time, because right now a lot of the Icosa is staked. So there's only about like 25% Icosa that's liquid in the LP pair or so. So I think once the HSI auctions kind of run its course for the first couple months, I think maybe more people start providing LP for the Icosa Hex pair. So yeah, excellent way to set your bands if you are doing LP on the Hex Icosa pair. Now this next one here, this is a really interesting one. So what this is the theoretical prices for Icosa based on the T-share rate and the price of Hex. So here we can do, so let's do, yeah, current T-share rate 3 cents, and then we could do, let's do like 30,000. And yeah, hex price, old all-time highs. And then this would be like kind of later on. Maybe let's do like 32,000 and hex at $1. So as you can see, um, right now, ceiling price for Icosa is $1.02. I think it's slightly higher than that. And then these are basically percentages under the ceiling price. So like this would be like the top, and then um, these are all the percentages going down. So even at $1 and at a 50% discount at a 32,000 t-shirt rate, the Icosa is still going to be worth $20. So, I mean, if you're getting yield in Icosa today, just think of how much your Icosa is going to be worth in dollar terms at $1 hex price and at a 3,200 t-shirt rate or 32,000 t-shirt rate. So this is a really interesting tool to just kind of evaluate where you think the Icosa price will be based on the hex price and how fast the t-shirt rate ratchets up. Like if we do a $1 hex price at 30,000, um, it'll be about 1767 on a 50% discount, 35, 44, and ceiling price would be about $49. So now let's check out. This is where I think it's could go $2.56. So now like the numbers are just getting like out of control, right? Like $50 at a 50% discount, and $143 at a ceiling price. And the hex Icosa ceiling ratio would be 50, almost 56. So, you know, um, yeah, basically, if you hold Icosa, you can almost consider Icosa as hex in a way because you can easily swap it out for hex. And like the amount of hex per Icosa that you're gonna get is just gonna continuously go up with the t-shirt rate. So, having bags of Icosa and hex is gonna be so beneficial in the future, especially if you in the future you want to sell off your Icosa for hex and then get more t-shares. You can kind of utilize it that way. Utilize Icosa to increase your t-shares, or at least maintain your t-shares as well. So I really like this calculator just for kind of Moonmath and to see potentially where the price could go. The next one is the Hedron ceiling calculator. So here you input the hex price, 15 cent. So let's do old highs of 56 cent. Hex per one t-share. Yeah, let's keep it at 10,000. And then the current Hedron price. So I think let's do 4 zeros and a 1. Oh yeah, that is 4 zeros and a 1. So basically at 4 zeros and a 1, it'd be a 27x until the ceiling price is reached. And the ceiling price would be 3 zeros and a 2.7. So that'd be like way up here. That'd be way up here. Yeah. Like, so that's kind of crazy. Now that ceiling price may never get hit because, oh, sorry, I didn't input the values yet. So at a hex price of 56 cents, a hex for one T-share 555 at 10,000, and a Hedron price of 4 zeros and a 1. So the ceiling price would be 2 zeros and a 1, and it would be 100x. So, 2 zeros and a 1, that's basically a 10% of a penny, which is kind of like I can't even imagine a Hedron price that high. Like, I think we'd all be pretty well off at that point. Um, yeah. So this is just another good Moonmath calculator. The You don't really think the ceiling price will get hit because as Hex moves up in price, so will Hedron. So I think maybe the ceiling price number of X's might stay kind of somewhat stagnant, but I don't know for sure. Um, Maybe Hedron will outpace Hex. Like if Hex moves 5 cents, like if Hex moves from 3 cents to 10 cents, that's a 100% move or 120% move. Maybe Hedron will move like a 4x from its current price, right? So, um, yeah, the dynamics of Hedron and Hex kind of we have to see how they play out. Um, but I like this calculator just for Moonmath purposes. So yeah. Now let's play with the T-share rates a bit. Let's bring it down to 9,000. So yeah, what that did is it basically brought down the ceiling price for Hedron. Um, Now try let's try 10 cents because that's more of a 10 cents, and then 4 zeros and a 1. Let's do like an 8,500. So price for Hedron ceiling from the current price of 4 zeros and a 1 would be 3 zeros and a 1.5, and that'd be about 90x away. So yeah, like either Hedron is gonna do an insane run at some point to kind of catch up to the ceiling price, or it's always just gonna kind of stay back like 100x or something like that. That's we don't know what's gonna happen yet, especially once the HSI auctions start happening. Maybe the gap will close between the ceiling price. So it's just something to really keep an eye out on. But yeah, there's a few other calculators here. Hedron Advanced Risk Reward Calculator. Access to fair value. Hedron Burned. So yeah, you can kind of play with these yourself if you want to. I'll leave the link in the description. But yeah, this has been an awesome tool to kind of play around with and just check out what some numbers might be in the future. But that's it for now. So thank you for watching. We're almost at 300 subs. So thank you everybody who's liked and subscribed to my videos. Let's get to 300 subs. And I will see you in the next one. Crypto Winter Bowl out.